6 letters. Second letter E. Another word for disappointment. It's regret. Boy, I was sure hoping that somebody around here would be in the mood to accept an apology or two. The kids are over at Emma's. She made a whole bunch of heart-shaped cookies for them to decorate for Valentine's Day. I was sort of hoping that you and I could work on something heart-shaped ourselves. In case you needed an explanation for the 100 million phone messages I left on your voicemail.
I didn't call you back because I didn't know what to say.
So I guess that means that Holden called you and told you about Julia and Keith.
What'd you expect?
I wanted to tell you myself, Jack, so I could explain.
Now, can you explain looking me in the eye and making me a promise, Carly, and then going out and breaking that promise? I thought you were really gonna try. I thought after everything we've been through, I thought I could trust you.
We were wrong. Lily and I were completely and totally, unbelievably wrong about the whole thing, and I'm sorry. We found this picture of Julia with a man that she never mentioned before. How were we supposed to know it was her brother? And we thought it was just another guy on the long list of guys whose lives she'd ruined, and we were afraid that Holden was going to be the next person.
And that justifies tracking down a complete stranger, Carly, and luring him here, hoping for what? Some kind of spontaneous combustion?
It wasn't science.
No, it's exactly what it was. Only twice as dangerous. How could you do this after you know what happened with Les?
I was afraid of that, too. And so Lily and I checked Keith out. I talked to somebody who knows him so I could be sure that he's not dangerous.
Oh, yeah, you checked him out. Well, that makes all the difference in the world. Does that excuse the fact that you lied to me? You went behind my back and manipulated people's lives?
We were trying to keep Holden from making a big mistake, Jack, and I just thought...
No, you didn't think. That was the problem. You had this idea in your head and you just went with it. And to hell with everybody else. After the year we had, we should be celebrating Valentine's Day with a bottle of champagne. But instead, what are we doing? We're arguing again for the millionth time about a woman who's not a threat to you, who's no longer in my life. Don't you see, Carly? Julia's not the problem here. You are. I don't know how else to say this. But you gotta let it go. You've gotta let go of the fear and the anger. Most of all, the paranoia.
You want me to abandon Lily?
If her marriage is over, it's over. And I know you hate hearing that, but that's the way it is, Carly. I hate it as much as you do. My heart breaks for Lily and the kids, but this is between her and Holden.
And Julia.
We have enough to deal with in our own lives, Carly. We have a family and a marriage and occasional visits from a little boy named JJ.
I know, you're right. You're right. I promise you.
Don't, okay? No more promises. Because frankly, they don't mean much anymore.
Jack, wait.
You must be Jack. I'm Keith, Julia Larrabee's brother. I think, we gotta get a few things straight.
Coming up.
Talk privately in here.
You might as well come in as well. You should hear this. Julia told me everything, you know, how you guys met, the amnesia. It must have been tough for everybody.
Julie and JJ helped me through it. And I don't think I'll ever be able to thank them enough for what they did for me. I'm just sorry that so many people were hurt afterwards.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. I appreciate keeping your commitment to JJ, even though you didn't stand by the one you made to his mother.
Well, he's a great kid.
Yeah, I think so. Of course, I'm a little biased. But that is the reason why I'm here.
Oh?
Yeah, I understand he's staying out at your house. I'd like to make arrangements to see him.
Okay, well, I'll give you directions.
Jack.
Yeah.
You got a call on line 2 about that domestic assault?
Thanks. I have to take this.
Take your
I'll
time.
only be a second.
Well, you know, that phone call could take forever, so why don't I just write you the directions myself, okay? I'm sure that JJ is going to be really happy to see you. Right?
Yeah, well, I thank you for hooking me up with him as well as my sister. She needs somebody to fight for her right now, and that's what I'm here to do. Julia's had a hard enough life as it is. She doesn't need you and your friend running around making trouble for her. She had to endure a lot growing up. We both did, you know, and she's come through it, and she's straightened her life out for the most part.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Holden has 3 children, Keith. Did you know that? And he had one of the happiest marriages in this town. And Julia could have gone after somebody who was unattached, but she didn't do that. She went after him. Is that straightening her life out?
Look, she's a good person. She's a great mother, and she's a loyal sister. And if she's your friend, she will do anything for you. But if you're her enemy, then you're my enemy too, okay? And if you guys keep causing trouble for her, you will answer to me.
Hey, wait a second. Don't threaten my wife. Where the hell do you come all standing in my station and threatening my wife?
Well, she had no trouble threatening my sister.
She admits her mistake. It's over. It's not gonna happen again.
I hope so, for everybody's sake. She stays away from Julia, and I will stay away from
No,
her.
see, you'll stay away from her regardless. You understand me?
I'll be by tomorrow to see JJ.
On second thought, we'll make arrangements for JJ to go back to Julia's. You can see him over there.
You still love me a little bit after all, don't you, G-Man?
With all my heart. That was never the issue.
Well, let's not talk about the issues. Let's not talk at all.
You got a better idea?
Kiss me.
Happy Valentine's Day, Carly.
Happy Valentine's Day yourself.
On the next, As the World Turns.
Do you really expect me to believe that someone else drugged and hypnotized Emily?
Yes!
What happened in El Paso with my sister is her business, nobody else's.
What are you talking about?
Do you love me?
I know you still love her, Dad. You have to. Just tell her, please.